Los Angeles, City of Angels, sprawling over 1,300 square kilometers, with 13 million residents and glittering fame at every corner. The world's entertainment capital. Hollywood, glamour, sunshine, freeways, fame. But what if we told you that beneath its glitz and palm tree-lined boulevards lies a completely different city, a hidden labyrinth, one built on forgotten graves, buried tunnels, ancient villages, and secrets never meant to see the light of day. Most people know what's above ground: celebrities, skyscrapers, palm trees. But beneath this sprawling metropolis lies something far stranger. Because under the streets, the stars, and the strip malls is a hidden network of tunnels, vaults, ruins, and legends older than any freeway. Some weren't meant to be found. And one theory? They might not have been built by us at all. Los Angeles hides more than just its past. It may be hiding the lost blueprint of something ancient. And if even half the stories are true, we've only scratched the surface. Stay with us, because in 30 seconds we will show you an abandoned tunnel beneath a McDonald's. Dig just a few inches under Los Angeles and you'll find more than dirt. First come the everyday veins of the city: fiber optic cables, gas lines, water systems. A digital city humming just beneath your feet. Go a bit deeper and you'll hit history. The forgotten Pacific Electric tunnels from the early 1900s, the red car system that once connected the city before freeways took over. Below 30 feet, that's where LA reveals its secrets. Hidden prohibition tunnels, bootlegging vaults, and forgotten fallout shelters. Secret tunnels used to transport alcohol under the feet of cops. Corridors used by mobsters, politicians, and maybe someone else. Yet these are just the mechanical bones. What lies deeper is older and human. Long before freeways, before the Spanish missions, this land was Yunga, a thriving Tongva village near what is now Olvera Street. This was a sacred and political center where elders held ceremony under sycamores and families lived in balance with the river. But in 1781, colonists built the Pueblo de Los Angeles nearby and displaced the Tongva. By 1813, Yunga was wiped from the surface, or so we thought. Because beneath Olvera Street, beneath Union Station and modern sidewalks, lie hundreds of unmarked indigenous graves. Some were moved, most were not. You may be walking over a lost city, a sacred one. After World War II, Los Angeles transformed into a city built on fear. A new war had begun, not with bullets, but with bombs. Nuclear bombs. Cold War paranoia led to thousands of fallout shelters, in basements, in backyards, even beneath elementary schools. Some official, most secret, but a few don't make sense. Some were city-mandated, others were privately commissioned, but a few seem older than the war that inspired them. Urban explorers have discovered sealed vaults with no known entry points, doors embedded in rock, marked with symbols no one can identify. One tunnel found beneath a San Fernando Valley home wasn't made with modern tools. Geologists were stunned. The carving patterns didn't match drills, saws, or chisels. The stone walls contained patterns, symmetrical, repeating, not random, not natural. The walls pulsed with intentional design, like blueprints. But from who? And in the Santa Monica Mountains, what looked like Cold War infrastructure turned out to be older than radar tech. Could the Cold War have uncovered something deeper? Were we building shelters or unintentionally opening tombs? If these tunnels weren't meant for humans, who were they made for? Sometimes history repeats. Other times it resurfaces. In 1934, mining engineer G. Warren Shufelt made a claim so bizarre it made front-page news. He said he'd discovered a vast network of tunnels and vaults beneath Los Angeles, not made by man, but by an ancient race he called the lizard people. He believed they were an advanced species who survived a global catastrophe underground. Using a device he invented, he mapped out a vast network of tunnels beneath the city. From Bunker Hill to what is now Dodger Stadium, his diagrams showed vaults, supposedly storing gold tablets, records, technology, and knowledge beneath the surface of LA. It sounded insane, and many laughed. but the city gave him permission to drill, and he did. For days, Shufelt and his team bored into the ground. Then, the shaft mysteriously flooded. The project stopped. The story vanished. Days later, it flooded. But what if we told you that same area is now fenced off and leads directly beneath one of LA's most iconic buildings? Crazy? Maybe. But consider this. The Hopi people, whose oral history stretches back thousands of years, speak of the ant people, non-human beings who lived underground and helped early humans survive and guided them underground during a world-ending fire from the sky. A cataclysm. Not lizards, but not human either. And the description? Tunnel builders, keepers of knowledge. Exactly like Shufelt described. Some believe Shufelt tapped into something ancient and real, a story buried in myth but grounded in memory. And if his maps were accurate, there's still something down there. Too crazy to be real, or too dangerous to be revealed. Maybe the conspiracy wasn't that he made it up. Maybe the conspiracy is that we buried the truth with him. Modern crypto-terrestrial theorists suggest a hidden civilization, one that never left Earth, just moved below. So what if Shufelt didn't imagine it? What if he uncovered something someone didn't want found? Because if there really was a city beneath us, and if it held secrets meant to stay buried, we may have been walking over someone else's world all along. Los Angeles sits atop one of the richest oil basins in North America. Pumps dot the skyline, drawing ancient energy from the earth. But the ground doesn't just give us oil, it gives us bones. Long before LA became a city of stars, it was a graveyard. Beneath Wilshire Boulevard lies one of the richest fossil beds on Earth, the La Brea tar pits. What looked like a watering hole 40,000 years ago was actually a trap. Mammoths, saber-toothed cats, dire wolves, all lured in and swallowed whole by the sticky death below. Animals from a prehistoric era, frozen in tar for over 10,000 years. Since 1901, over 3.5 million fossils have been pulled from this ancient pit, but not all discoveries were bones. In 2006, construction workers near Wilshire Boulevard, while digging for a parking garage, they found something unexpected. Massive, rectangular stone blocks, perfectly cut, buried deep in untouched soil. They didn't match any building above. They weren't on any map, and no one could explain who made them or why. Nearby, sealed shafts were discovered, some descending deeper than equipment could safely follow. Experts called it coincidence, but some scientists whispered another possibility: pre-human construction, going nowhere, ending abruptly, or maybe not ending at all. Some believe they're part of a buried complex, long before settlers arrived, before the Spanish, before native tribes, before anything we recognize. One researcher called it an impossible structure. Another said, if this isn't human, then what is it? And just miles away under San Pedro High School, fossils were found from 8.7 million years ago, including megalodon teeth and prehistoric whales. What else could be buried nearby? Something we can carbon date, or something outside of time altogether? Just a few blocks away, the tar still bubbles, the city still drills, but under the surface, something older sleeps. Because the deeper we dig, the stranger it gets. Coming up next, Elon Musk may have drilled straight into something we were never meant to find. Fast forward to today, and LA's underground story gets even stranger. Enter Elon Musk. In the 2020s, Elon Musk launched a bold plan: dig tunnels beneath Los Angeles to beat traffic. Fast, efficient, high-tech transit. But was that all he found? Here's where things get weird. Some routes were abandoned mid-project, no public reason, no press coverage, just stopped. Insiders claim Musk's drills hit something unexpected. Tunnels that weren't in city records, chambers filled with soot, passages that twisted too tightly for machines. Even stranger, one engineer allegedly leaked that what we found didn't look man-made, and it wasn't in any geological survey. Footage gone, questions ignored, and now those areas are sealed. Because the deeper you go, the older the mystery gets. Are we building the future on top of someone else's forgotten past? And more importantly, did they want to be forgotten? Next, what global cities have in common with LA's buried layers, and what they may all be hiding? Around the world, we found cities built atop older ones. Rome, Istanbul, Mexico City, Jerusalem. Civilizations rise and bury what came before. So why not Los Angeles? There are stories, pieces of evidence that hint at something older. Vaults too ancient to explain. Tools that don't match any known culture. Tunnel systems with no clear builders. Could LA be the youngest face of a much older body? And when cities like Olvera Street and Chavez Ravine are built over indigenous villages and entire communities, what else did we bury? Some theorists suggest a pre-human civilization once lived here, wiped out or hiding beneath us still. And if that's true, we didn't build Los Angeles, we inherited it. Some theorists believe Earth holds memory, and that we are walking over the ruins of a world that chose to disappear, a world that wasn't lost, but hidden. Because if LA wasn't the beginning, if we're just another layer, then maybe history isn't what we think it is. We've journeyed through Los Angeles, through tar pits and tunnels, villages and vaults, secrets sealed in concrete and silence. We've uncovered a city within a city, a blueprint layered in mystery, time, and unanswered questions. But the real question is this: what truly lies buried beneath Los Angeles? Is it just lost infrastructure, or the final traces of something older and not quite human? Like, share, and subscribe to stay on the trail, because this mystery, it's only just begun. Every layer we dig into brings more questions than answers, because we're not done. We're just scratching the surface. What we reveal next could change how you see every city, not just LA. Have you ever walked these streets? Or do you have a local story we missed? Let us know if you've seen something strange, or if you have your own story to share. Share it below. We might feature your comment in our next episode. Because together, we're going to uncover what history forgot. Stay curious, stay awake, and never stop digging.